GSL.
Tasteless.
Artosis.
I could be one of these production guys because I kicked cord out and my mic went everywhere.
Yeah, you almost broke the set on that break, buddy.
I looked down at the thing and I lined it up with what yours looks like on that side and I plugged it in hoping that everyone could hear me and they can. Yeah.
Now, Artosis, it's an important moment.
Is it?
Because somewhere, because the show is so successful, somewhere in the world, a nerd with his nerdette.
Yeah.
First date, all right?
They're watching GSL on first date. Ooh, nerd, you made a good move.
But now it's time to go in for the kiss. Oh, the nerd's little heart just been...
They both looked at each other and then looked away. Both got a little bit red.
Now they got to move in. That awkward, like it takes like 5 minutes for their lips to meet. It's
like trembling. Yeah. Oh, man. That nerd's set, though, man.
No
Bringing
teeth,
a nerdette
man.
to see
No
GSL.
Yep.
It's round of 4, man. She's got to watch. If she doesn't like it, man, you drop that nerdette. She's not a nerdette. She's a regular girl.
That's right.
Don't want none of those
Nerd
regular
chicks,
girls.
Artosis.
Yeah.
Nerd chicks are the best.
So true.
You know?
It's time for some Terminus reaction.
It's time. We got our Ninja Turtle green over here on the Razer headphones. Whoop, no, I said that in the turn. Wait. All right, it's time. Is Polt going to come back or is Top going to close this out? Let's find out here at the GSL Super Tournament. In the red, the color of roses, and blood.
It's romantic.
Yeah, rose. We have
Porto Prime Wii.
Look at Polt.
There he is.
Stop being so good looking, Polt. All right, over here in the center left.
Yellows. Color of daisies.
Color of dandelions.
You would choose a weed plant, wouldn't you?
When I was a kid, I would pull the dandelions out of my grandma's front area of the house, whatever the hell you call this, and give them to her, so that they were flowers. But it turns out I was actually just pulling weeds out of her lawn.
Here's a little fact for you, Tasteless. They were flowers. People classify them as weeds because they take over areas aggressively.
Well, that's because dandelions are the Zerga flowers. They're the Zerga flowers.
Yeah, they spread.
They spread.
Spread their creep with their little jaggedy leaves.
Yeah, man.
Kill all your grass.
Well, if I remember right, the way weeds work is they actually just consume all the water from the roots, right, of the other plants.
I think actually the way they work is they keep on reproducing and moving around, and they take up the sun and just drown everything out. I'm pretty sure that's.
I thought it had more to do with the water with the roots. I'm pretty sure about this actually.
Well, I'm pretty sure about what I said. So
well,
I
fine.
guess.
Well, you're wrong. Well, you're dumb.
Wow, you don't have to make it personal, Tasteless. Jeez. You can tell that Tasteless is really angry at Artosis today.
He lost his passion years ago.
Just doesn't have the passion. I heard his
passion
anymore.
There's no more passion. I think I'm a psychologist. I'm not.
All right.
Hey.
Top is making his command center as natural. Polt making it in the main base.
All right. This is interesting because these guys are doing very similar builds. The only real difference you can see right away is that Polt is a little bit more cautious.
And
that's fine. I mean, that's totally fine
I'm cool
in this situation.
Both players getting double gas, so they're doing exactly the same build, just one player with his command center outside.
Now, unfortunately, Top gets to start out with a lead here because since they're doing the same thing and his command center's at the expansion, he doesn't have to worry about that floating time.
Yep. Exactly true, Tasteless. So everything else is the same. Polt does start his second barracks first. Will we see a second barracks from Top right away? I'm not sure.
SCV ready.
Hard to say. And no information gained. But likewise, Polt is likely to gain no information, aside from the fact that the Marines will be out in front, which is going to lead him to believe it's an expansion. Especially on this map, it's a reasonable thing to think.
All right, the command center's almost done here for both of these guys. And one thing to note is that they're fairly close. This is a big map, but considering the role that medevacs play in Terran vs. Terran and Banshees, this could turn into a slugfest pretty quickly.
It could. We have Well, 2 barracks factory for Polt. 1 barracks factory for Toph. Getting that reactor. This is pretty exciting, Tasteless. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
23 SCVs both. So close to each other at the moment.
One of these guys is going to be in the finals.
Yeah, you know
it's
what?
going to be like a finals like we've never had before. We got MMA, and I don't know. These 2 guys are new to
which
even
is
semifinals.
Yeah, and that's weird because like just about every finals has had someone that was in the finals before it after season, I don't know, 2, 3.
Yeah,
after season 3.
You know, we're more used to having these sort of kind of super legends like MMA or MC, and is it going to be the new guy that's going to win, or
ST?
Is it going to be the kind of established guy? But
how badly will the guy getting his 2nd championship destroy the other guy?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's kind of been. Well, we have Blue Flame being researched by Toph. Looks like Polt will go for Banshee. Banshee versus Blue Flame. Cloaked Banshee versus Blue Flame. Good thing Blue Flames can't cloak. Imagine that. So all your workers just disappear suddenly. It's like, oh, you got me.
They're just blowing up for some reason.
There's Blue Flames everywhere.
Now this is one of these maps. It's basically impossible to do a hard contain. You have to do soft contains. You run around.
The map's just simply
hold this position, move out, go to this position because as Arto said, it's so big. And if you look at the corners of the map, there's so much space. There's no real way to stop somebody from using medevacs unless you have Vikings chase them down.
Banshee's being produced. First Banshee will go over. Now Cloak is not quite done, so if he goes too far and Toph catches it with his Viking, things could be very bad for Polt. You do not want to lose one of these Banshees right away, and he's flying right in to the Viking range. Will Toph realize and micro this? Will he catch him? No, he turns
That was
around.
a good response by Polt.
Yes.
Normally if you
Very
have a Viking encounter a Banshee, the Banshee dies instantly.
Well, Toph making his turrets, knows what's going on, being very careful about everything.
Here comes the Hellion drop.
Now, if he can get all the Hellions out, it would be quite nice.
No, he's going to drop behind the minerals. That might act as a filter for the Marines. So even though Polt Prime is somewhat prepared, this still could get ugly.
Yeah, he has those Marines in there. But if they all clump up, oh, that was a beautiful line he could have hit.
Well, he's going to try his luck at the expansion. Look at Polt, man. Polt is not interested in losing any of his stuff.
No. Well, that would be a weird interest to have.
I know, man.
Blue Flame Hellions do make it out. Cloaked Banshee. I was going to say Cloaked Hellion. I'm like, no, we just went over this. There's no such thing.
Uh-oh. It's almost out of energy.
And the energy goes out. Swift scan. Does go down. Good number of kills.
It's actually insane.
8 kills.
It's actually insane how fast they fire, you know? A Banshee, it's just so much damage so quickly. Now, it looks like Polt's Banshees did not do enough damage for the strategy to be deemed effective. And even though the Hellion drop didn't kill a lot of SCVs, he at least saved the Hellions. He only lost 1 Hellion with that. That's really not a lot.
Polt now seeing exactly what's going on here as he loses that Banshee. It is going to be 4 factories on 2 base. The 3rd command center is being made. Look at this, another Hellion drop.
Nice.
They lined up. Oh, sick right there. Trying to kill off a few more SCVs before this Marauder gets them. Maybe it won't even get him.
Nice there. He could have saved those, but still, he took out a lot of SCVs.
Both players taking their 3rd bases at the same time. 49 SCVs for Toph, 37 for Polt. And I am loving Toph's position, Tasteless. He's going mech. He's got a good number of Vikings out. The Banshees haven't done enough. And, oh, we're going to have another Blue Flame Hellion drop in the main base of Polt. But there is a Marauder there, so he picks up and gets out of here.
Peace. Well, Polt, you know, this game's starting to look a little bit like our previous game. It's not too one-sided, but slowly but surely Toph is starting to kind of come out on top.
Yeah, that's what his name does imply.
For those of you guys, that obviously aren't familiar with how Korea is, Koreans use the term top quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
When describing, who's the best, it's something else like, well, he's like top tier and stuff like that. So,
very ambitious kid. Had that name since the beta. All right, we do have Blue Flame Hellions coming down.
Okay, that was bad. What are we doing?
I don't know.
All right, the Hellions are pretty badly hurt. It looks like Polt has decided he's going to move out now. Top had a supply advantage, but that's gone away because he lost all the Blue Flame Hellions.
If he had all those still, he would win this war right here. But
mode.
As is, I don't think he does. He's
Top's getting a little bit sloppy.
Polt has the better army right there.
Yeah.
He's got to. Top has to be so careful. More Blue Flame Hellions trying to run through. Ooh, that would have been nasty. That'd have been sick, nasty, Tasteless.
Sickest fish tilted on the river, as a poker player would say.
I love that. It's actually so funny.
He's fishing. He's fishing harder, Tosis. Well, the Marines, Marauders, Siege Tanks moving out now. Polt very confident with his army.
Both players have their third bases up. Top, though, 68 SCVs against 48, so he's got much better economy. Polt walking around with this pretty powerful army right now, but
Marauders are here. He can dart forward, soften up the tanks the back way, but look at all these Vikings. Took out the medevacs.
Beautiful.
And this is the beautiful thing about the way Top plays is with the siege tanks with the Vikings. Players oftentimes are inclined to get Marauders to beat the siege tanks, fine, but then you don't get to protect your medevacs, which means that you come out on top.
And, well, that's exactly what Top is doing, killing some of these siege tanks of Polt. Polt is losing position. He's just staying with this old school strategy, and Top is going mech and doing it overall very patiently, and that's the main thing about mech. A lot of players have a hard time with it because you actually have to be so patient. There's a lot of times where you're going to think, oh, Polt's getting ahead, but eventually you just have this siege tank count, this Viking count that can allow you to get into a position like this.
Before I was saying it's really the macro that was allowing Top to win this, but I do think after seeing it this game again, Top's decision to get this mixture of units compared to Polt's is really where the advantage is coming out.
Yeah.
I think Polt's sort of at a loss. Frankly, I think the best way to do this would actually be to not get siege tanks for Polt, just to go Marauders and try to just overwhelm him. Do like a Marine King Prime style, but with no Marines, just...
having just a few siege tanks is like, he's trying to play positionally. You can't play a positional siege tank battle against someone who has 4 times your siege tank count. Now Polt is going to be walking around.
He's going around the Mako reactor on the map.
Well, he's got to get something done here. Absolutely has to. And he's walking behind the siege tanks. In fact, oh my god, he's going to sandwich. And when he sandwiches, Top is going to lose every siege tank.
He's going to make a third sandwich.
Uh-oh, Top is dead, man. He is so dead. Unsieging here. Sieging back up, doesn't matter. Right now, Polt can either hit the main or sandwich that army. Beautiful move by Polt, running around. And for like the umpteenth time, I have some nerd chills. Great move by Polt.
Look at this.
Blue Flame Hellions.
Oh my god, I think Polt might have this. Top was ahead for a while. Now he's 50 supply ahead of his opponent. And here's the beauty of just having the Marauders. You can stem and just run from these siege tanks. They're faster.
And all of them so badly hurt now. Eventually it will be cleaned up. But Polt can take an amazing position. It is now Polt's SCV lead 51-48. And supply lead 140-114.
He can now go in here for a brief contain.
Yeah, may as well. How's Top going to push out of there?
I don't know.
He's not going to. That's how Tasteless.
Oh, he's just going to kill him.
Yeah, and I think this might actually work. Just spreading those out. Beautiful spread. And that is going to be it. There's just no way for Top to actually come back from this. Just keep going, stim those Marauders again.
Siege tanks take a long time to make, so when you see them all get destroyed like this, it's pretty huge.
Top
landing is landing. We know that's not going to turn out very well.
I'll get Siege Tank Marauder with stim. Yeah, not really. Top gonna have to GG Tasteless. GG. GG.
GG. We're going on to the rubber match.
Oh my
Polt's
God.
like, I am such a badass.
He's like, thank God. Oh my God. All right, 2-2. Once again, we're going on to the 5th and final game. These matches stay so close, so good. I see Marine King actually walking up to Polt's booth. He's going to give him some tips. Be like, please, win a championship.
You know, when you think about it, Ring King actually is just as, like Clyde and Nada is actually always
Yeah, he's
very consistent, you know.
Very consistent player. But he has fallen down that.
He's going to give the rubber match jiggle.
Yeah.
Back rub there.
Do what I could not.
He actually just goes behind him and his eyes turn red. He's like, yeah. Like some crazy puppeteer. All right.
Bob getting a little bit nervous. He definitely misplayed, overextended siege tanks. Again, you have to play so slowly, methodically, carefully.
You
Any
gotta be
holes.
patient, man.
No holes, Tasteless. This is not a barrel. Even one hole is bad.
Well, that depends. What kind of barrel, you know. Got nothing. I was trying to make some kind of joke where, you know, you see the guy wearing just the barrel, you know what I mean? But no, I got nothing. Sorry, Artosis.
Tasteless.
I got nothing. All right. It's time to go on to the final match. Who will move on? I frankly don't know at this point in time.
Well, on this map, there's no telling not knowing.
Crossfire. Crossfire.
All right, so I think that Top has a good chance here. If Polt
that
tries to go Marine Marauder tank, bad on this
Is
map.
that the song they do in Transformers song? Same notes.
Is it?
Transformers. Robots in disguise.
I remember that.
It's roughly the same note setup.
More than meets the eye.
It's not as good as the X-Men soundtrack.
My childhood is coming back.
Let's go to our final match. Top against Polt. The winner goes to the finals to face MMA for our largest prize purse yet.